1,000 cadres have abjured violence and joined the mainstream. Top priority of Modi government, according to peace and prosperity of Northeast, has led to this development. Nationwide corona vaccination campaign paced up. So far has crossed 68 crore landmark milestone. Central government reviewed the COVID vaccination in 11 Northeast and Hill states of Union Territories. Government formation in Afghanistan lingers on. Struggle between Taliban fighters and NRF continues for capture of Panjshir Valley. US Secretary of State Blinken will visit Qatar today. India's winning campaign in Tokyo Paralympics continues. In badminton, Suhas settles for silver. Prime Minister congratulates him on winning the silver medal in badminton. Paralympic Games will conclude tonight. Avani Lekara will be the flag bearer of the Indian team. Good morning and welcome to this bulletin. Great news coming in from Tokyo. At the Tokyo Paralympics 2020, Suhas Yatiraj has won silver medal in para badminton men's singles SL4 event. In the final, Suhas was up against a French opponent. Suhas won the first game easily, but in the second, the French player got hold of the match and managed to win the gold. Suhas had to be content with the silver. With this, India's medals tally at the Tokyo Paralympics rises to 18, which is the highest number of medals that India has ever won in any Paralympics. And Prime Minister tweeted a fantastic confluence of service and sports. Suhas Yatiraj has captured imagination of our entire nation thanks to his exceptional sporting performance. Congratulations to him on winning the silver medal in badminton. Best wishes to him for his future endeavors. And while congratulatory messages are pouring in, there are also messages of joy. Let's hear in from Suhas's family as the initial reactions have come in.
गोल्ड से भी ऊपर अगर कोई चीज़ हो तो वो जीत चुके हैं, देश का नाम रोशन किया है. इट वॉज अ वेरी वेल एक्सट्रीमली वेल प्लेड मैच, जिसमें से ऑलमोस्ट एट एवरी स्टेज इट वॉज अ टाई ब्रेकर सॉर्ट ऑफ. बहुत ही डिसाइसिव मैच था एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ हिम. मेरे लिए ही नहीं, ये पूरे देशवासियों के लिए एक हर्ष का विषय है और पैरा गेम्स में एक नया कीर्तिमान है. सिविल सर्विसेज के लिए हमारे लिए एक कीर्तिमान है और इट इज़ अ पिनाकल क्लाइमैक्स ऑफ द हार्ड वर्क ऑफ पास्ट 6 years.
That was a reaction coming in from Suhas Yatiraj's wife, talking about the big win that Suhas has registered. He's won the silver medal in the badminton Paralympics, taking India's total to 18 at the Tokyo Paralympics 2020. Suhas Yatiraj has won silver medal in para badminton in men's singles event. There were a lot of expectations of a big win by Suhas. He also happens to be the district magistrate of Gautam Budh Nagar, Noida. Prime Minister has also congratulated Suhas on the big win. In the final, Suhas was against a French opponent who got the better of him. However, he did win the silver, taking India's medals tally to 18. India's medals tally at Tokyo Paralympics, this has been the best edition so far for India. The tally has risen to 18. Big news coming in this morning. Suhas Yatiraj has won the silver medal in the para badminton in men's singles SL4 event. India's tally now has risen to 18. Some initial reactions had come in. Suhas's wife just spoke to the media. Let's also take a look at what Prime Minister had to say. Prime Minister said a fantastic confluence of service and sports. Congratulating Suhas Yatiraj on the big win at the Paralympics. He won the silver medal in badminton. Prime Minister congratulating Suhas Yatiraj, a fantastic confluence of service and sport. DM Gautam Budh Nagar, Suhas Yatiraj has captured imagination of our entire nation. Congratulations to him on winning the silver medal in badminton. Best wishes to him for his future endeavours. Exceptional sporting performance is what Prime Minister says in his congratulatory message for Suhas Yathiraj. Suhas is also, he is in service. He is the District Magistrate of Gautam Budh Nagar, Noida, and has now also taken India's sporting achievements to a new height with a silver medal at the Badminton Paralympics underway in Tokyo. Prime Minister Narendra Modi there congratulating Suhas Yathiraj on winning the silver medal in badminton, saying best wishes to him for his future endeavours. Prime Minister says a fantastic confluence of service and sports. Suhas Yathiraj has captured the imagination of our nation thanks to his exceptional sporting performance. And PM further says congratulations to him on winning the silver medal in badminton. Best wishes to Suhas Yathiraj for winning the silver medal in Paralympics badminton. And congratulatory messages are pouring in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's been quite personally taking interest in the performance of each of the sports persons, getting in touch with them on big wins and also at times of losses here, sending his congratulatory message to Suhas Yathiraj, who has just bagged a silver medal in the Badminton Paralympics. And Prime Minister in his congratulatory message says, fantastic confluence of service and sports. DM Gautam Budh Nagar, Suhas Yathiraj has captured imagination of the entire nation. Congratulations to him on winning the silver medal in badminton. Best wishes to him for his future endeavours. Big news coming in this morning at the Tokyo Paralympics 2020. Suhas Yathiraj has won a silver medal in para badminton in men's singles SL4 event. Suhas was up against a French opponent. Suhas won the first game easily. However, in the second game, the French opponent got the best of the match and managed to win the gold. But Suhas had to be content with the silver medal. And Prime Minister says a fantastic confluence of service and sports. Congratulatory messages pouring in for Indian sports star Suhas Yathiraj. He also happens to be the first civil servant to bag the big medal at the Paralympics. Tokyo Paralympics 2020, big update coming in. Suhas Yathiraj has bagged the silver medal in para badminton in men's singles SL4 event. Prime Minister saying big confluence of service and sports. That's Suhas Yathiraj winning the silver medal in the Paralympics 2020. Fantastic confluence of service and sports. Prime Minister sending in his congratulatory message for Suhas Yathiraj, who has taken India's medals tally to 18. Big news coming in from Tokyo Paralympics. Suhas Yathiraj is 2007 batch IAS officer, and he faced world top seed Lucas Mazur of France in the finals. And Suhas has won the silver medal in the men's singles badminton event at the Paralympics. "38-year-old District Magistrate Gautam Budh Nagar, Noida, scripted history, winning the silver medal at the para badminton event in Tokyo." And congratulatory messages are being led by Prime Minister himself, who said that Suhas Yathiraj represent very special confluence of service and sports. Suhas is a IAS officer at present, posted in Gautam Budh Nagar, Noida, as the district magistrate, and he has won the silver medal at the para badminton event. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi leading the congratulatory messages, saying Suhas Yathiraj represents the confluence of sports and service. Suhas is the district magistrate of Gautam Budh Nagar, a civil servant, IAS officer, and he's taken his career to new heights also by bagging the silver for India at the Paralympics badminton, Tokyo. Big news coming in from Tokyo Paralympics, India's medals tally has risen to 18 now, with the silver medal coming in para badminton. Suhas Yathiraj wins the silver medal in Paralympics. Indian Administrative Service Officer Suhas Yathiraj has taken India's sporting achievements to newer heights, bagging the silver in the Tokyo Paralympics. We'll talk about that and also get more reactions as they come in. For now, let's move on to our next big story. Teachers' Day is being celebrated across the country today. President Ram Nath Kovind has greeted teachers on this occasion. In a message on the eve of Teachers' Day, President said, Teachers' Day is observed on the birthday of the great educationist, philosopher and former President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. He says, I extend my warm greetings and best wishes to all teachers on the occasion of Teachers' Day. The day is an occasion when we honor and dedicate the services of all teachers who play a leading role in the intellectual and moral development of our children. In Indian tradition, teachers are placed at the same pedestal as God. During COVID-19 global pandemic, pedagogy adopted by teachers also underwent a major change. During lockdown, our teachers accepted every challenge associated with the introduction of online medium of education. They took effective steps to enable uninterrupted education of students. On this occasion, let us all express our gratitude to the entire teaching community for their invaluable contribution towards building a strong and prosperous nation. And President Ram Nath Kovind is scheduled to virtually present National Awards to Teachers 2021 for their contribution to the field of education. On the occasion of Teachers' Day, a documentary of each of the 44 awardees' teachers will also be showcased. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the entire teaching fraternity on the occasion. He said, teachers have always played a pivotal role in nurturing young minds. It is commendable how teachers have innovated and ensured education journey of student continues in COVID times. He paid his respects to Dr. S. Radhakrishnan on his Jayanti and recalled his distinguished scholarship as well as contribution to our nation. Moving on, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has topped a global leader approval rating as per the latest survey by Morning Consult Political Intelligence, leaving behind US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson and others. According to the survey conducted among all adults, Prime Minister Modi received stellar approval rating of 70%, while Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador was second with 64%. German Chancellor Merkel backed 52% and US President Joe Biden only 48% approval rating. Morning Consult Political Intelligence is currently tracking the approval rating for governmental leaders in Australia, Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, India, Italy, Japan, Mexico, South Korea, Spain, United Kingdom and United States. And Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has tweeted and said, Prime Minister Modi's leadership has brought stability along with reforms, targets set with timelines met, accountability along with transparency, and growing cloud for a rising and confident India that takes leadership as well as ownership on the world stage. After Bodo, Bru and NLFT agreements, historic Karbi Anglong Accord was signed in New Delhi on Saturday. The top priority of the Modi government has been accorded to peace and prosperity of the Northeast. It has led to this development, taking all insurgent groups of Northeast has had a visible impact. Nearly 1,000 cadres have abjured violence and joined the mainstream. This agreement was signed in presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi.
The all-round development of Northeast and peace and prosperity has been a top priority of the Narendra Modi government, and to end the decades-old crisis ensuring Assam's territorial integrity, the historic Karbi Anglong Agreement was signed on Saturday. 5 organizations of the Karbi Anglong region as well as representatives of Assam government and the centre signed the agreement in the presence of Union Home Minister Amit Shah. The event was attended by Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and Union Ayush Minister Sarbananda Sonowal. Union Home Minister Amit Shah said that after the formation of the government, Northeast has not only been an area of focus for PM Modi, but all-round development of Northeast, peace and prosperity there has been the top priority. He said that historic Karbi Anglong agreement will be written in golden letters in the history of Assam.
4 सितंबर 2021 ये दिन आसाम और कार्बी क्षेत्र के इतिहास में सुवर्णमयी अक्षरों के साथ निश्चित रूप से लिखा जाएगा, क्योंकि आज 5 से अधिक संगठनों के लगभग 1000 कैडर ने हथियार डालकर मेन स्ट्रीम में आने की शुरुआत करी है और उनके पुनर्वसन के लिए असम सरकार और भारत सरकार पूर्णतया कटिबद्ध है।
The organizations which signed the agreement include People's Democratic Council of Karbi Longri North Kachar Hills Liberation Front, Karbi People's Liberation Tigers, Kuki Liberation Front, and United People's Liberation Army. According to the provisions of the agreement, Karbi Welfare Council will be set up. The Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council to be given more legislative, executive, administrative and financial powers. All these organizations will be brought back to the mainstream. Amit Shah said that around 1,000 cadres have joined the mainstream shunning arms. He said Centre and Assam government are fully committed to their rehabilitation. He said Assam government will spend around 1,000 crore rupees for development of Karbi region in the next 5 years. He said the government has met more than 80% of the conditions in the 3 agreements already signed in the Northeast. He assured that the government will fully implement this agreement as well.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आसाम सरकार और भारत सरकार के गृह विभाग की ओर से आपको संपूर्ण रूप से भरोसा दिलाना चाहता हूं कि आप जो भारत सरकार के साथ, असम सरकार के साथ समझौता किए हैं, ये इस क्षेत्र के शांति और विकास के लिए मुख्य कारण बनने वाला है और समझौते की सारी शर्तों का हम बहुत अच्छे तरीके से, समयबद्ध तरीके से पालन करेंगे.
The organizations which signed this accord with the officials of the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council termed this as historic.
इसका बारे में हम लोग खुश है. कार्बी आंगलोंग वासियों को हम ये आशा देता हूँ, हम लोग जितना ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है पीस के लिए आया हूँ, होम मिनिस्टर जी ने आशा दिया था, वो हम लोग पूरा का पूरा विश्वास है, जो जितना हम लोग एक और जो पॉइंट है वो फुलफिल होगा, वो इसी के बारे में हम लोग बहुत का अच्छा है.
पीस तो होना ही है, क्योंकि बिना पीस तो आदमी आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएगा. इस पर हम लोग विश्वास करता है.
It's a great achievement for the people of Karbi Anglong. It's a very historic day, and we are overwhelmed with the initiative of the Home Minister, Sri Amit Shah ji, and then our Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Sri Himanta Biswa Sarma ji.
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, as well as former State Chief Minister and present Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, welcomed this decision and termed it historic.
असम शांति का ओर आगे बढ़ेगा. इस अकॉर्ड से असम का लोग हमेशा प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी और गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी को हमेशा याद करेगा. हमारा जनजातीय लोग हमेशा याद करेगा कि आपने जो सब लोगों को जैसा प्यार दिया है, मोहब्बत दिया है, ये हमारे लिए बहुत ही बड़ा एक्सपीरियंस है.
कार्बी आंगलोंग में स्थायी शांति व्यवस्था लागू किया जाएगा. प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को मैं विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं.
In the past few years, the Narendra Modi government at the centre has concluded 3 key agreements for peace in the Northeast. And this includes the Bru Agreement, Bodoland Agreement, as well as pact with NLFT of Tripura. And this just concluded agreement will prove to be a milestone towards peace and prosperity of Northeast. With Sudhakar Das, Bureau Report, DD India.
Moving on, in a landmark milestone, India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 68 crore landmark. Cumulatively, 68 crore 37 lakh 29,058 beneficiaries have been vaccinated, out of which first dose was administered to 50 crore 38 lakh 12,268 beneficiaries and 15 crore 99 lakh 16,790 beneficiaries have been given both doses. More than 62 lakh 25,922 vaccine doses have been administered. till Saturday. And Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan chaired a high-level review meeting on Saturday with 11 Northeast and Hill states and Union territories including Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Uttarakhand. At the outset, Health Secretary underlined that the states and Union territories need to quickly saturate the first dose coverage among the 18+ population category. States must also focus on 60+ age group as the coverage of both doses in this category is unsatisfactory in Assam, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Meghalaya. Vulnerability of this age group to COVID-19 makes the exercise of prime importance. The attention of states was brought to the fact that administration of the first dose has progressively outpaced the administration of second dose. It was suggested that states earmark doses, earmark days, and target the completion of the exercise for the beneficiaries. The Jawaharlal Nehru University on Saturday said its campuses will reopen in phases from September 6th. The university said no one without a mask will be allowed to enter the campus. Students' Union had been demanding the reopening of the campus in a phased manner. In phase 1 of reopening of JNU, all final year PhD research scholars, both hostelers and day scholars who are to submit their PhD thesis on or before 31st of December 2021 are allowed to enter into the campus. All persons with disabilities category students of the PhD program are allowed to enter the campus. The learning will continue to be in online mode. School, center level libraries shall remain closed. Upon arrival on the campus, every student will produce COVID-19 RT-PCR negative test report done within 72 hours. Students, teachers and employees living in containment zones are not allowed to come to the university campus. On the final leg of his three-nation tour, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is in Denmark, where he co-chaired the 4th India-Denmark Joint Commission meeting with Danish Foreign Affairs Minister Jeppe Kofod. Both the leaders have noted steady progress in joint working groups across many sectors. The joint action plan to follow up on 2020 virtual summit was also reviewed with the progress seen in Green Strategic Partnership. External Affairs Minister held productive discussions with CEOs of Vestas, Grundfos, CIP, Halter Topsoe and Mosaic and the Chamber representatives. The meeting helped to make Green Strategic Partnership a reality. Dr. Jaishankar thanked Danish Foreign Affairs Minister Jeppe Kofod for the initiative in bringing them together. An External Affairs Minister also travelled with Danish Foreign Affairs Minister Jeppe Kofod and Vestas CEO Andersen on a boat signifying a partnership focused on wind and water. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also met Queen Margrethe II in Copenhagen. He deeply appreciated her warm sentiments for India. And with those updates, we conclude this bulletin. Namaskar.